Go stay. Come back again. We here, baby. We don't want to tell again. We don't want to tell again. We don't want to tell.
So I'm going to start off by using my Fiona Stiles Full Cover Perfect Finish Concealer. It is in the color number 6. So I'm just going to be taking and priming my eye from the eyebrow to the inner corner to the outer corner. Fiona Stiles line in Ulta is being discontinued. It's on clearance, so everything is 75% off, which you cannot beat that. So I think I'm gonna go back and get some more if there is any left. This was the only product that had a lot more left, so I went on ahead and grabbed it. Now I'm just going to be setting that primer with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I'll just be using a little puff that came with it. And by the way, this Fiona Stiles concealer is very creamy. It's like a good mix between creamy and almost like the paint pot, MAC paint pot. Not drying to the eye, and it sets nicely. Now I'll be taking Anastasia Beverly Hills Orange Soda, and I'll be placing it all over my crease up to the brow bone. And I'm just using a fluffy blending brush by EcoTools. And just make sure that you're going all the way to the outer crease in the inner corner. Now I'll be taking LA Colors contour palette, and I'll be using this brownish orange shade in the crease as well. And I'll be using Wet n Wild's crease brush. This palette is so blendable and so creamy. I am obsessed with it. Now I'll be going back into my Anastasia Beverly Hills little palette I created, and I'll be using Blazing. This nice orangey red color, and I'll be placing that in the crease as well. I'll be using a more tapered blending brush for this. And I'm just going to keep this color in the low crease and keep it below that LA color, that color from the LA Colors contour palette. Now I'm going to go into the Lorac Pro Palette 3, and I'll be using Bark in my crease. Really just want to keep it in the crease area. I just like to go back in with the last brush I was using, just to make sure that that last color I placed down is blending with that other color, if that makes any sense. Now I'm going to take Hickory, and I'm going to place that all over my lid. Okay, so I'm not going to go directly into my crease because I have a pretty big surface to work with in terms of my lid. So I don't want to go too deep in the crease because I want that bark, I want bark to show. So if I do that, then it's going to cover it up, and all you're going to see is this darker shade. I have no idea where this brush came from. But this is Prestige. It's the Total Intensity, and it's in the color Hocus Pocus. And it has been well loved. And with a detailed firm shadow brush. It's real tiny. And I'm going to spray that down with my L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Extender Setting Spray. And I'm just going to place Hocus Pocus right over the top of Hickory. And please excuse my janky mirror. It fell out of compact. And I could place it back into the compact, but I kind of like it like this. Once you're done packing packing Hocus Pocus all over the lid and covering up Hickory, go in, do not dip your brush into any more of the product, and you're just going to kind of bring it up into your crease a little bit. You just want to kind of bring that green up into the crease just to kind of make sure that it fades gradually. So that's what I'll be doing. And you still want to be a little, you don't want to be messy about it, but you just want to like gently tap that green a little, like right into the crease, not even over the crease, just tap it right into the crease. So when you close your eye, it looks as if it faded up into your crease. Now I'm just gonna go back in with that last brush that last brush I used, blending brush I used, and I'm just going to blend, make sure everything is blended together. That green is blended in with bark. I'll be going into my LA Colors palette, and I'll just be using, this is a brow bone color. I know I already put orange soda there, but I just want to add more. And a brown bone color is kind of like your preference. I like to keep mine just a shade lighter than my skin tone. I'm going to go into Toffee. I'll be placing Toffee on the brow bone, and then I'll be placing Crepe like right there at my brow arch, just to give it a little bit more pop. See how that just kind of like lifted my brow? And excuse my brows, I'm letting them grow out. I do my own brows, and I decided to go a little bit thinner. Why would I do that? I don't know why, but I did, and so I'm regretting it, and we'll go back out. I'm just gonna take my brush that I used for orange soda, and I'm just going to blend out. I'm going to be lining my eyes with the NYX liquid eyeliner. I don't think I'm gonna do a wing line, maybe a tiny little wing, but nothing like major. When you try really hard, to get your eyeliner to look like sisters, to look like twins, and they turn out looking like cousins. I said I wasn't gonna do too much of a wing. That was a lie. So now I'm just gonna go in and I'm just gonna clean up the rest of my face. Okay, now that I've let my moisturizer sit, aka coconut oil, I am going to prime my face with my L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. And I'm just gonna focus on the outer portion of my face. I'll be placing another concealer in the center on my T-zone. Using a little sample that I got from my Sephora points. It is the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector, and I'll be placing that in my T-zone because I do have oily skin. I'm just gonna be pressing it in. I'll be using Milani's Concealer in Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. Using my flat top kabuki brush by Eco Tools to blend it out. I'm just gonna kind of stipple it. I messed up my eyeshadow. No worries, I can fix it. I'll be using my LA Girl Pro Conceal and Fawn. be blending it out with my beauty blender. And I just realized that I actually wanted to add my lighter concealer in with fawn, so I'll just put a little bit more fawn there, just to ensure that that lighter concealer blends out and it's not too stark, too light. I'll be going in with medium warm over top. Now I'll be mixing my Laura Mercier and my Hard Candy setting powders. This is a yellow tone and this is translucent. This is going to give me a more brightening effect, and this just sets amazingly. I'll be going in with my LA Colors contour palette. I'll be starting off with this brown color that I used in my crease. And I'm using my Precision Blush brush to contour. I'm just going to switch to my Wet n Wild contouring brush. I've already placed the bronzer down, so I'm just going to take and get a little bit more of that color. Now I'm just going to take that reddish color just to deepen up my contour. And I'm actually going to take and dip the tip of my brush into it, just the very bottom portion. The bottom half, and I'm going to take it in the contours of my cheek, right underneath my cheekbone, and I'm just going to blend it out. I'm doing it that way just to keep that darker contour concentrated right in the hollow of my cheekbone. And I'm going to do the same as well in my hairline. I'm going to take my concealer brush. This is by Eco Tools. This is the airbrush concealer brush, but I like to use it to contour my nose. And I'm just going to take this shade here, and I'm going to contour my nose. Going to take my beauty blender and just blend it in. Now I'll be taking this is Black Radiance Artisan Color Baked Blush and the color Toasted Almond. The color is really pretty. Then I will be setting my face with the Evian Facial Setting Spray. I'll be wetting my highlighter brush. Going into my Prestige in Golden Retriever. And popping that onto my cheekbone. I don't like that. I'll be using this blush brush instead. Now I'll just be taking a detail brush and I'll just be popping Golden Retriever right into the inner corners. And I'm going to smoke out the bottom lash line. I'm just going to do whatever I did on top at the very bottom as well. And I'll just be going in with orange soda first. Then I'll be going in with that contour shade. And I'll just be bringing it right underneath my wing. Then going into blazing. Concentrating that more at the lash line. Just more of a detailed brush, just to go in with Bark from the Lorac Pro 3 palette, and I'm just going to place that right in the waterline. And I'm just going to go back in and just add more of this glass slipper from NYX. Now I'm just going to clean up my brows. And I'll just be using my 3 brow pencils. I'll be using the soft brown at the very inner corner of my brows. I'll be using dark brown at the tail end of my brows. And then I'll be using natural taupe just to outline my brows. Now I'm just going to pop on my eyelashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. While my lashes are drying, I'm just going to move on to the lips. Use the Jordana lip liner in Coco Loco. Then I'll be going in with my Smashbox liquid lipstick in Out Loud. It's a nice orange color. And this color takes a while to set. So while I'm letting that set, I'm going to go back to my eyes and I'm going to just go in with a little bit more black liner. And then I'm just going to go in at my top lash line. And I'm just going to go in with the black Kajal liner by Prestige. Then I'm going to use my Carbon Black Voluminous Mascara by L'Oreal. And I'm just going to coat my lashes. This is just going to make sure that they blend in with the false lashes. Now that my liquid lipstick has set, I'm just going to go in with another coat. I'm just going to deepen up my bottom lash line with the Jordana eye and brow liner that I used in my brows because it's still not deep enough for me. So I'm just going to go in and do that really quickly. Now this isn't the softest eyeliner, but this is the only brown liner that I have for now. I'm just going to go back in with the Golden Retriever in the inner corners. Okay, you guys, that is the completed look. I really like this look. It came out really beautifully. I think the Golden Retriever is a perfect highlight for us medium to dark skin tone girls. And also, you definitely don't have to do it with this orange lip. You can do it with the pink lip. I think this is a really pretty pink. Next time I do swatches for you guys. A bronze lip, a bronze shimmery lip would have been nice. Just bring out my lips. You could have went with a classic nude lip. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm having really fun with my channel. I'm really getting into the groove, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. So share with your friends and done.